Angel and Adobo for having me today. Angel gave me 15 minutes to share my career journey. I have been in the industry for quite a while. Prior to joining McDonald's, I started my career in Unilever and continued on consumer marketing, handling brands like Pepsi. Then I moved over to technology with Pocket Bell, Edsa Mail, and Smart. And in between, I had short stints in an advertising agency with McCann Erickson, a distributor with Zuelik Inchcape, and a pharmaceutical company with Wyeth Consumer Healthcare. As a marketer, I have picked up a few McNuggets of wisdom, and I will share this with you during this breakfast virtual roundtable. The first is let's get ready to humble. Throughout my career, I have learned that while there is no secret sauce to leadership, there are fundamental traits every leader must have: integrity, conviction, consistency, and empathy. But the trait that trumps them all is humility. When you lead, temporary failure is inevitable. Humility helps you embrace this. And when you do, you can only get better. Humility not only benefits oneself, but others as well. It is that mindset of knowing that while you are in a leadership role, you are not the most important person. Because the most important person is the next leader who has yet to emerge. The next leader that you will inspire, and it knows no labels and no gender. I grew up professionally looking up to leaders like Steve Jobs. I really was in awe of his vision and passion. I also have a lot of admiration for the Hyatt Global CEO, Marco Torres, because of his humility and humanity. I also have a lot of respect for Facebook COO Sheryl Sandberg. And she has a great definition of leadership, so let me read it. It is about making others better as a result of your presence and making sure that impact lasts in your absence. Who I am now is a product of being shaped by my past bosses, mentors, and colleagues. While I may no longer be working with the same people, my learnings from them help influence the decisions I make today. That is why, now that I'm in a position of leadership, I put a lot of emphasis on mentorship. A good leader knows how important mentorship is because it empowers the people in the organization. It allows them to grow and gain confidence with the decisions they make. This empowerment is built on trust and underscores the importance of collaboration. I choose to lead because it provides me an opportunity to shape the future of our industry. This passion goes beyond the corners of McDonald's and our industry. And I participate in initiatives like Ingat Angat Tayong Lahat, where I chose to lead not only to help our economy bounce back, but also to share my expertise to support a worthy cause that can make a meaningful difference. I continue to be grateful for the wealth of knowledge from my mentors, and I hope to impart the same to the next generation. More than the knowledge, I'm very grateful for the values that they have instilled in me. And these values include hard work and excellence. It starts with finding your core and by being unapologetically you. This leads me to my next McNugget of wisdom. Number 2 is retype the stereotype. One of the first things we should realize and accept is we have no control over how people perceive us. But we do have control on how we perceive ourselves. We must change the narrative by turning stereotypes into limitless strengths. And that includes the narrative within our own minds. Any person has remarkable traits, and they can harness this into their advantage. For women, for example, these are a strong attention to detail, a high level of empathy, and being innately intuitive. By making this simple change in perspective, the typical traits of women, where they are boxed into a stereotype, can become opportunities and pave the way for their success. Working moms are a great example of this because they are the ultimate multitaskers. Their liability of having to juggle countless responsibilities should definitely be recognized as a strength. And when companies start to recognize these strengths and learn to support them, they will unlock the full potential of their workforce. I am a testament to this, being a mom of 2 kids, and I have no mom guilt despite being very involved in my career as they were growing up. I owe this greatly to choosing the right supportive husband, as well as to my bosses and the culture of McDonald's, as they provided an opportunity for women like me to lead while carrying out my role as a mother. While women are challenged with stereotypes, one should not be limited by it and must continue to affirm herself, especially if she knows that she is capable, focused on hard work, and guided by a high standard of excellence. Skills, expertise, potential have no labels. And over the course of my career, I continue to hold on to this belief, which leads me to my last and third McNugget of wisdom. Number 3, no leaders and no labels. There has been a lot of conversation and attention on diversity, inclusion, and equality. Diversity should go beyond just having equal representation in terms of gender and race. As a firm believer of no labels, we should transcend the meaning of diversity to thought and expertise. By expanding how we talk about diversity, it will become more evident how gender equality is not a problem, but a real solution to many of our needs in the workplace. I can proudly say that we champion that belief in McDonald's, evidenced by our gender equal workforce and strong presence of women in the leadership team. From the incredibly ambitious and brave women who have set an example, to the men, namely our chairman and founder, Dr. George Yang, and our president and CEO, Kenneth Yang, who have always made it a point to go beyond gender and to focus on the individual's merits and what they bring to the table. Personally, my expanded view of diversity is applied even at home. Diversity in thought and expertise come in many forms, shapes, relationships, and even age. As new forms of technology emerge, I benefit from my kids' knowledge as digital natives, and they help me navigate through so I could best understand how to apply it in this fast-changing marketing landscape. By expanding my view on diversity, I have seen and benefited from not subscribing to a monopoly of ideas. It can come from different backgrounds, experiences, and perspectives. I have learned that it can come from the youngest, quietest, and least experienced person in a room. I have been in the industry for a while and I have seen it evolve. I have chosen to lead because I am passionate about the work I do, about shining a light on ideas and people for meaningful change. I want to provide the same opportunities that were given to me, and I have chosen to lead so that I could, in my own little way, help give birth to the next generation of leaders and truly make a difference to our country. I believe in the millennials and the Gen Zs who are not defined by labels. We should learn from them that these labels and stereotypes are unnecessary and unwelcome, and that with sheer tenacity, focus, knowledge, and grit, you can choose to lead. And when we embrace a culture where everyone, no matter the gender, can choose to lead, then everyone wins. Good morning, everybody.